Now, if you're really familiar with Premiere Pro, you know where all these things are, but if you're new to it or you're just getting used to it, it can be hard. You gotta, like, how do I find this thing? And this is under that and under here, and then you click down to that and it's down there someplace. Like, where are these? I'm gonna use certain things all the time. Where do I store those? Well, let me show you. This is really cool. I wanna show you some cool stuff. Like right here, notice that it has that line around there. That's the default effect. Let's clear that off and let me do, there I just typed in CR. Notice I have the constant power. I won't go into what that does right now, but notice that little thing right there. That's the default effect. This is not for audio. This happens to be for video. Remember, that's for audio. All right, just for fun, let's take something like, it's black and? No, it's black and. It's a black and white. I have a hard time finding them, and I'm going to show you why this is cool. So black and white. So what we're going to do with black and white is we're going to change this to black and white. Kaboom. So it changes that to black and white, right? Now let's say I use that all the time, over and over. I use black and white. Or let's say I'm going to use it throughout this whole video. I want to go through and change different things to black and white a lot. Let's undo that. Instead of typing in black and white, we're trying to find black ampersand white. Because remember, there's a lot of stuff in here. I have it shoved right here. Black and white. I don't even have to search for it. Here's my thing, my effects. Boom, look at that. There's my effects. I keep all the effects that I commonly use in here right there, my effects. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say new custom bin. That means I want to make a bin. These are bins. I want to make a bin for me right there. Let's do show and tell. So show and tell. There's nothing in there, etc. Now let's say I go and I finally go, oh, let me see. I'm trying to find the black and, oh, it's black and white. Black. Look at all those things. Was it ampersand? I think it was ampersand. That's right. Remember, you have hundreds, if not thousands, effects to search through. Trust me, you're not going to remember them. So you come along, we go, aha, there's my black and white effect. Grab it and drop it into this guy. Boop. Now it looks like you have a copy. What you have is a reference to that. Now what happens is if you're going along and you're editing your video and you're going, oh, let me see, I'm coming over here. Hey, you know what? I want to turn this one to black and white. In your little show and tell folder, oh, there's my black and white. I don't have to go searching all over heck for it and trying to remember its name. Boop, works just the same. Undo. Now, the nice thing about that, I'm going to delete this and show you what I've done. You're not deleting the effect. You're deleting this and the reference to it, okay? Look what I got here. Still says black and white because I have this in here. Let's clear that though. Let's take a look at my effects. These are the ones that I've done that with. I use them a lot. I have a wipe. I have a dip to white. That's where it goes. Boop. And it comes along. It goes. Dips to white. You could dip to black. You can do the same thing if you want to dip to black for whatever reason. Comes along and dips into black. Things I happen to use. Now those are video transitions, right? And look at here. Remember the cross dissolve? There's my cross dissolve. But look at what I hear. Constant power. Well, now wait a second. That is not a video transition. That's an audio transition. You can also stick your audio transitions in here. So when I come down and I add this, see, it doesn't go to video, it goes to audio. I add that to my audio. This goes from one to the other, just like that. I can add that. I can also add this effect in between them. So now I have an audio transition and a video transition going at the same time. Woo! Like that. Cool, huh? This is really handy. This is where I keep my most used, and I don't have to go searching for the things all the time. Really, really handy to do this. Now I want to show you this in the audio. This also works for video. You'll notice I have gone into audio transitions, crossfade, constant power. It's not necessary that you understand this. I want you to understand this little line here. That's the default transition. So when I come over here and I pick like some audio here and I pick Control Shift D, default audio transition, look how it stuck that default audio transition right in there. Boom, look at that. Stuck that right in there. Cool, huh? If I select these two and I pick Control D, it went and did the dip to white, which is my default video transition. So you can set those to whatever you want. You could set your defaults to whatever you do, and I do it all the time. So the really cool thing is no matter what you're editing, you could set one of these effects, both the audio and the video, those two effects, to what you're going to use most in there. If you think you're going to be cutting this whole thing all the way down and you're going to have a certain effect, you just go over and you set the effect that you're going to use for the whole thing, and that way you can just Control D, 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 D on down. Like I will go through here, and if I'm going to be doing a video with a long thing, and maybe I need a lot of dip to blacks or dip to white or things I use over here a lot, video and audio, I will set one of these as my default so I could just Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, just Control D through all that stuff. Then when I'm done, I can go set it back to something else that I'm using a lot. This is a really huge time saver once you get used to using it. Control D, video transition. Control Shift D, the audio transition. Simple. Let's undo those. Now I wouldn't necessarily do this. I'd be a bit more particular with my editing, but just to show you something, you can go through and you could select all of these and you could apply these effects to them. If I did a Shift Control D, boom, it added that effect to every one of these things. So the thing you do is you just create your own little bin with the things you use all the time so you don't have to go searching for them. And as you get more and more used to these things, like you'll add something else from up here, and just drag it down there if you find yourself using it a lot. And that way you don't have to search forever, or you don't have to forget black and white, black and white. Oh, it's black ampersand white. You don't have to go type in black and white and have like 15 others that have the same type of title, try to find a thing. It'll be right there for you always. I love this. And there you go. Of course, there's a ton of things you can do to your videos to make them good, make them better, to make them simpler, to make them more informative. Those are just a few things. I have plenty of these, and you can check out my channel and future videos to see them all. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, you ready? Here we go. We're gonna have a stare down contest. You ready? Go. Ah, you win. You win.